Okay, we are recording XENOBEERS. The first XENOBEERS. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just facetiously say welcome back to XENOBEERS.
Happy XENOBEERS.
Happy XENOBEERS to you too, Derek. It's a good XENOBEERS to be XENOBEER. I'm George. I am hosting us today, as I may usually be.
I'm Jesse. I'm not hosting. I'm playing.
That's also true.
And I'm Derek. I'm just kicking back and drinking beer right now.
The moral of XENOBEERS is the game is new to most of us, and the beers are new to most of us.
Should I hit start right now?
Go ahead, hit start. So we are trying new games and new beers. The new game you may obviously see is Burning Rangers for the Sega Saturn. Jesse, start yourself a new file in that no data slot.
Do I get to choose a girl or a guy?
You can be a girl or
what
a guy.
Button?
The C button is your go button in most Sega games,
Roger that.
in my experience. Most importantly, and we haven't had to try this yet, our XENOBEER this time is the Saugatuck Brewing Company's Neapolitan Milk Stout. And I will remind myself to throw a pic of that up. It promises 3 flavors in every bite, which I'm not sure what that means with a beer.
It says bite?
It says it on the oh, I don't have the sleeve. It says either way.
3 flavors in every bite.
From Saugatuck Brewing here in Michigan, I'm going to get started on this.
I do get to choose.
And yes, you can be Sonic or Tails.
Being Hot Tails.
Hot Tails.
Wait, her
name is Tillis.
Oh my gosh, I thought it said Tails at first. I was like, whoa, is the other guy's name Sonic?
With Milk Stout, for those people who actually care, 6% alcohol by volume. And I'm told it is 37 IBUs, which is... I'll just go into that in a whole other episode.
What's an IBU?
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Oh.
Yes, sorry, his name is Reed Phoenix.
Press the R button to do what?
To
look
look
at
at
the
the
right.
fuel tank.
Back shoulders are your camera. I'm gonna.
Oh, this is just like Halo.
Exactly like it. Every control.
I will have to pump up the TV volume a little bit. This is a voice-driven game.
Training Space 2, welcome.
So, Jesse, a few quick lessons. First off, Sega games, 6-button controller. C is jump. That's fine. D-pad is your D-pad. These two, X and Z, are your voice buttons. Whenever you're lost, and these can be randomly generated dungeons, whenever you're lost, and just run forward. You don't even have to jump. She'll jump herself.
Wait, she'll jump on her own?
It's like Ocarina of Time. You run up to a ledge, and you'll auto-hop.
Oh.
So keep that in mind.
This?
I'm talking way too much.
This looks and plays much better than it should for a Sega Saturn game.
Oh, just you wait.
I have so much to say about that.
Does it not do that?
It actually does. It's one of the best running Saturn games you'll ever play, because the Saturn was... Alright, I love the Saturn. I love the Saturn. It is a child of mine that I cherish dear. It's kind of a piece of shit.
It's like that piece of shit child that you just love and you can't help.
Ooh.
I mean, I still kind of agree.
This is Big Landman.
That's his name?
Big Landman.
I think he's black.
He looks
He's
like,
black.
And he has abs.
He's got metal mohawks. Like,
Big Randman.
Who's that character with metal mohawk? That's not his...
A lot of guys. That was his voice. The big question before he moves away. Are those his actual abs? And they gave him like a midriff-bearing cyborg overhaul?
It's cyborg for sure, yeah.
Cyborg abs.
I don't know. It's
Oh,
the
you
same
talking
color
about
as
the
his
center
face,
there?
though.
Yeah, right in the middle there. It is kind of the same color as his face.
It's kind of... It looks too gross to be real.
Why do you...
That is a weirdly macho six-pack, like Ronnie Coleman level.
So I can...
Everything is lightweight, even his gun, which is probably just as tall as he is.
Big is on the platform above
Big.
and to your
His name is
left.
Big Landman. I'm not gonna get tired of that. This game, I've owned this game for 25 years, and I'm not tired of Big Landman.
Okay, so this button lets me use my camera.
Hold it down, look at the camera. Try to look directly at Big Landman.
Can you see him?
I'm looking at Big.
Can you see
Big
him?
Lando.
How can you not see him?
He's big. He's a landman.
I can't believe they name... Why would they name... whatever.
Alright. So your jumping and your maneuvering
Okay.
is really tight controls in this game. It's beautiful, but it takes some getting used to. You have a jump and a double jump. For max height, you want to just tap, like, kick it right in.
Okay, hold on.
For
I
max,
got this.
You played as a...
He just made it look so easy.
Yeah.
I'm breaking
Hey,
the
you can
game.
see through the wall.
Yeah, well, I mean, this game.
Ugh.
See, you're doing fine.
It's hard without a joystick.
Analog?
Yeah.
We have an analog controller for the Saturn, but this plays better without it.
Okay.
We might play Knights with that someday. You guys haven't played Knights.
What's the action button?
The
Never
B
mind, they
button.
told me.
The B button. That is shoot gun push switch.
This is actually pretty impressive for what it is.
Okay, so on that note, so the Saturn was kind of a pile of garbage. I mean, hot garbage at doing 3D games. And apparently the SDKs, the software dev kits they gave to developers, were not useful whatsoever.
This is very important.
Sonic Team, Sonic guys, after making Knights and Sonic Jam, made this. They were so tired of Sega's own dev kits that they just made this entire game in assembly code. They wrote this game line by line, essentially.
That sounds awful. But look, it paid off.
It runs really well, and it controls like a dream.
We say as there is texture tearing
It looks,
everywhere.
It looks like poop, but it's doing
For
things.
its time.
It's doing things. The Saturn shouldn't be able to do polygons.
So
Technically, it's doing every polygon is
Let's move on.
an angled sprite. I don't want to get into
She
that.
just told me it was really important for me to listen to what she said.
Oh
but I
yeah.
didn't listen
So
to it.
okay. Have you ever played a Sonic game? Now pretend that
Once
you're
or twice.
Here.
crystals are your rings. Carry
Hey,
them, and
listen.
if you get hurt, you drop them, and you go grab them again.
Oh, it's just
That's that
Sonic.
logic.
It's not Sonic at all. What are you talking about?
Sonic Rangers!
Go!
Oh no! If you say it, it becomes a Googleable search term.
Sonic Rangers.
Don't stop saying it.
Sonic Rangers.
She said it 3 times.
Comes more jumps out of the screen at us. Okay.
Whoa!
You get all those you want. It's great. All right. Tap your action button, your B button, and you will shoot fire extinguishing lasers that turn fires into crystals.
But you gotta look at the fire.
You gotta look and
Wait, which button?
B button.
B. There it is.
Don't charge it.
Oh,
You charged it.
oh
Just tap
no!
Just tap it. Just tap it. Just tap it.
Just give it a little tap.
There you go. Little taps put out fires and give you crystals. Big charge ups give you a blast that can like damage enemies and wipe out really big fires.
I learned that from Yogi Bear. What's his name?
Smokey the Bear. is the one that
Smokey
said,
Bear.
Only you can charge your pulse laser to put out extremely large fires.
It's a classic quote.
It is.
From Smokey.
Yogi the Smoke Bear.
Smoking
Just
Bear.
really wanted me to start smoking.
Next, let me introduce you to the laser blast.
Okay.
Is that blue fire?
That is blue fire.
It's
So,
hot.
so I have to hold it down for the blue fire.
Yeah. Or you can just hit it a whole bunch of times, and really hot fires take way more shots. If you need your crystals to keep your health up,
Whoops. Oh, that's not me playing. Okay,
That's not
thank
you.
God. I hit a button as soon as he did that.
Remember, crystals cannot be formed when hit with them.
Is
so keep an eye on your energy level before
science
using a laser blast.
also hotter blue fire?
I love that. I love everything about that sentence. Yes.
Yes, to answer your question.
Pull off an evasive maneuver.
This is where the game is gonna kick our asses because we talk too
Hear a
much.
whistling sound. If you press down on the D-pad,
Watch computer ice skate
explosion,
ponytail man
you
explain
automatically
and
avoid the
demonstrate.
blast.
Just
Read
tap
will
the down
demonstrate
button
this for
when you
you.
hear the sound. He'll do it.
Watch carefully.
So exciting.
That no, I'm supposed to listen for that
If you
noise.
ever hear that noise, just tap down. If you ever hear that noise while you're doing anything, just go, oh, down. Ah!
Not bad.
Now, maybe a little bit
at
like of
all.
a tense Twitch thing, but did that not feel satisfying?
It was kind of cool. Yeah,
I am
Okay.
incredible.
I would like to avoid more fires.
I say that every day when I wake up.
This is the blast exercise.
Who is on the ground?
Part of our job.
That
The rescue and
is...
transport of
We were arguing whether that was a man or a woman when you and I played this, Derek.
We were.
Pretty basic.
Also, are they alive?
Not gonna lie,
Walk up to the survivor.
I don't remember.
It looks like
The most
heels.
important thing
Do
to
they
remember
just
is that you
lay in
need
They
here
just lay there?
all day?
crystals in order
That's
to
their job.
generate enough power to
That person is
Until
making
someone-
$18 an hour.
Like,
They went to Juilliard.
but like, how many times are they training a new ranger to have this guy just lay down?
I want that job.
Is that my voice?
Take naps. Yeah, that's her.
Hopefully, you should be ready for the mission.
It's very hard to tell when I can play and when
Don't
it's.
worry.
Yeah, because there's no black bars.
Yes.
And you feel like
You'll be okay.
video games give me black bars to tell me when it's okay to set the controller
That's why I
down.
thought I shot that blast when I was that other character.
Let's go.
We're going, Burning Rangers.
Is this it? Are we playing?
You've been educated. You're about to enter level 1.
Art.
Now loading.
I love
I-
90s
I
animation.
I
really
feel like
it.
she was inspired by Mega Man.
I feel like a lot of this was inspired by Mega Man.
I miss the
Press to all
watercolor
Rangers.
looking
First mission.
artwork.
Fallen Memory.
Dangerous levels. Reports confirm that
I
workers
can't think of any
are
off the top of my
still
head that really
trapped
like
inside.
capture that look.
Rangers
But I mean,
report
the
to
Saturn and
Sega
Sega CD era,
from
a lot of these
meat
cutscenes.
transport.
You're gonna love these cutscenes. There's no attempt at all at lip syncing. Everybody's mouth has like 2 frames of animation.
Am I gonna love them more than this beer?
basement
This
level number
beer,
4.
I thought it was going to be a gimmick. Every beer that's supposed to be like
Whoa!
chocolate or vanilla or something white people love. Oh, don't run into the fire. Shoot the fire with your fire lasers.
I'm just
and
trying to
save
get
that
out,
person.
right?
I'm here to save you.
You've
Come
saved
on.
that
Oh
leprechaun.
my god. Is that the same voice actor as the fairy from Ocarina of Time?
Link!
Hey, listen!
Honestly, I think that's the same voice actor for Mega Man and Mega Man X. If you've played the older
I love
Mega Man
Mega
X.
Man.
Richard Wells. Our token leprechaun of the day. Actually, I lied. There are probably going to be more.
There's a lot of neon colors. Shouldn't his head be inside the... Oh, well, he's fine.
Here's the first one.
His head just stays here.
Okay, Jesse, do you see that green bar at the top that's slowly turning red? That's your limit. Putting out fires fills it back up with green and keeps it pretty full. Explosions or getting hurt tends to slowly trickle it down red faster. If it ever fills up with red, the whole level explodes for a few seconds and it's hard to avoid.
Oh.
If that happens every time your limit on the right reaches 20%. Those are connected. 5 times that happens and it hits 100%, and the whole level just keeps exploding forever, and you will be hard-pressed to finish.
Oh, that's good.
The explosion okay, Tillis?
Oh, well, you actually just stopped running, so it was just as good.
Oh shit!
Don't do
I
that.
forgot fire doesn't go away unless you shoot it with a beam gun.
Yep, sure doesn't.
Wait, do we have squirt guns? What are these?
I think it's basically like your laser is a squirt gun
I mean, it's blue.
in the future.
There you go. Oh, look at that. Look
I
at
heard,
that. You're
I
a
heard
pro.
Schwips. I don't hate this.
It's fun to play, and I love the maneuvering. I love, like, zipping around on the jetpack. Once you get a feel for it, you won't touch the ground a whole lot.
I think I would like it more if
It didn't-
there was a more dedicated camera.
The chase cam's a little chunky, it's true. The rule in the space future
Whoa!
that this takes place...
Oh.
Oh, you ledge grab. There you go.
You can ledge grab?
Why is everybody surprised when they play an old game with me and there's a ledge grab? You could ledge grab in, like,
Mario.
Earthworm Jim.
I love Earthworm.
In retrospect, Earthworm Jim was, like, 3 years before this, but... It was a
I just
busy decade.
want to get there.
Just forward and jump while you're in midair. Just press them both together real hard.
Forward
Just-
and jump?
Yep. Just jump into the air and then do that. Just push them together right now.
Did I do it right?
I'll give you a fast demo once you rescue this person and saw their head off with your
I kind of
telephone
look like Space Channel 5 girl. Maybe. Sort of?
beam. I can kind of see it.
Don't talk. Everything
So,
will be
I-
alright.
Shut up!
Nancy Keaton.
Nancy Keaton.
Isn't that... No, I'm thinking
Diane
Diane
Keaton's-
Diane Keaton.
That's her younger sister.
Oh, God, what's she doing on fire in the space? Get the head in there!
Fudge.
Bright red light means it's a button to push with your button pushing hands.
What's the button pushing hands?
B. Like, I know, there's 6 buttons and 2 triggers because it's a Saturn controller, but...
Yeah.
You only use
Cinematic
3
door
of them.
opening.
Yeah, you got black bars there.
Yeah, what the heck?
Head towards sector D102.
Oh, God.
That's not a bottomless pit.
Oh,
When
Well,
I saw
that's a
Derek
fire-
play this, yeah. Same problem.
wait a second.
If you ever run into monsters or robots or shit that you need to hurt...
Monsters?
Yeah, there's monsters and robots, spoilers. If you ever run into those, you need to, do the charge shot. Oh, so yeah, so that's your
Calm down,
big...
It's okay.
Your little limit bar at the
He
top
didn't
is
say
temporary. He'll be fine. Oh, wait, did she tell him to calm down? Guys lying there.
He's just laying there. Calm down!
Okay, so when we're kids...
Yasushi Nuremberg.
It's a space future, multicultural. I love it. I also love the way that they replaced stop, drop, and roll from our school days with stop.
Transport complete. Keep up with the work, Tillis.
Stop. Shut up. Calm down. I'm transporting your body now.
Only the body, though, not the head.
Time I had
Ooh,
it.
walk into the blue thing,
Was
Jesse.
on tap.
Walk into that blue glow.
Is this a
Zoop.
save button? Oh.
No, it's just a little up warp. I would hate to work in this plant, this building.
Yeah, it's always exploding.
I'd like an Escalade. I will take a ladder. I don't want that thing. Betting around
This
here.
game's hard.
I get used to it. Now, if I hit Z,
This is Tillis.
she'll call the radio.
Give me a second.
What do you mean give you a second? It's like answer hazy
We're gonna
Escalade.
die.
Alright, I will dodge some explosions real quick because we're gonna get... There's where I need to go. When that hits 20, there's gonna be some problems, but we'll be alright. The door we want is right there at the top here.
I also take back what I said.
It's fine,
Alright.
everything's fine.
Cross
Looking
that
good.
bridge and proceed through
It looks kind of good still.
It looks better than Star
I
Fox
think I'm
did.
more impressed with how it moves than how it looks.
That's also really, like, I don't know how limited their tools were, but the animation is nice.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
It feels like Mario 64 almost.
There should be an
You're looking for a light
emergency override
switch.
This is
nearby. Try looking
creepy
for
and
it.
cool.
Yeah, this lighting effect is like one of those things I was saying that you really shouldn't expect to be. Wow.
There it is.
Switch near you.
That was easy for you. Most people have to fumble around.
I
Now
found
just
Push
it.
it from the back, you're fine.
Cinematic
Push it
button
from the
push.
bag.
The power has been restored.
But yeah,
Keep
so-
moving.
The Saturn was bad at transparencies, bad at lighting effects, all sorts of things.
Tillis, there should be an elevator directly in front of you.
I think
It will
that
take you
door,
underground
really?
to sector D
Probably?
103.
Or is that where you can?
Look for
Yeah,
the
that's
Great.
fine.
elevator hall.
Fire.
Put it up, put it up.
Ah! I'm sorry! I keep forgetting this is a game about killing fire.
Fire is the monster that you must defeat. The monster within all of us.
I'm very hardwired in my brain to avoid fire.
That didn't work there.
Keep going straight.
Yeah. Okay, there's fire and stuff down there. There may be people to save.
Should I try?
I think you should look around
I'm gonna
and
try.
put out those green fires and don't get too. Good
Whoa! I didn't even dodge.
dodge. And so yeah, you got big fires. If you need to use your big laser, use your big laser.
What's the big laser? That what I just
Charge it up all the way till that bar on the right, left, bottom left. There you go. See, it puts things out quick, and now you can
Yeah.
save the other
Can
leprechaun.
I swear?
I don't mind. We don't say like foul words like
I don't want to die.
up on that bridge, Jesse. You need to go across the street. There you go. Oh, nice air blast thing. That's where you're going. See,
Oh,
red
That's a
stripe.
red door.
Red stripe means it's closed for good.
Red stripe
Yep.
is a beer.
That's accurate though. Yellow stripe means there's a switch, and she says the switch is to your right.
Whoa!
There goes the floor.
Real-time terrain deformation. Deformation.
There's the butt.
I regret the noises I made.
Looks like the emergency vent.
And
Let's
now go
go.
Big
Some
Lando
fires.
is down
But there might be people down here and fires to put out on the people.
There's him on.
Now, don't
And-
shoot.
Careful.
Whoa!
Your shield is out.
Okay, you found a few crystals. Gently zip zap things. It's good. Okay.
Zip zap.
Do I run
piggy
out of
bat.
zip zap?
Report.
No. Just tap the little ones. And there's a human person, and you've got exactly enough crystals to save them.
That's right.
Oh.
It's Bulma.
It is Bulma.
No. It's Marge Simpson in that one episode where she buys a really cheap clearance Chanel pink uniform and becomes popular.
It is Marge Simpson in that one
Okay,
episode where
just
she buys a
relax.
really cheap
I'm here
Chanel
to save
uniform and
you.
becomes really popular.
That was fucking
And
uncanny.
Connery. I wonder if she's related
Confirmed.
to Sean.
Transport.
I would have
Hey,
accepted
her head
you
was
doing
saved.
a wacky impression in a Sean Connery
The
voice
full body
I already forgot what her
was
name is. I'm not
sent
gonna lie.
off.
because casting.
Wait,
Good job, Dodge. That was
something-
actually a really good dodge on that fire.
That was not a dodge. You landed on top of the fire and stood on it without being harmed, and
that's how you fight it.
to fight the fire, I must become the fire. That's where you came from.
I'm
So
a natural.
soar all the way to that distant up high ledge.
You are way better at this than I am.
Yeah, you're getting your airtime quality. I think that way. I think right.
Ah, that's great.
This voice acting is very interesting.
It's not
Whoa.
terrible.
Shite.
Jesse, you told me a bunch of hateful things about the voices in Soul Calibur 6,
They're very
and I said you were
funny.
being awful. No, they are bad. They're actually the worst in the
We're about
series.
at the limit.
All right, run around and keep moving. Keep moving.
I just can't get out of this hole. Whoa!
Wow!
You ran into a room with even more fire.
Beware of the chain explosions.
You got a crystal. You'll be semi-okay. Just keep moving.
I am
Take
so
shelter by those
focused.
fuel tanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, what year did this game come out?
So this game hit the U.S. in, I want to say, early 1998.
You're on a ledge.
Yeah, you can climb up. Hit jump to go up higher.
Oh shit! I mean crap. Oh shit.
Shield
Crap.
Stay back.
Ooh.
And limit 60.
Your shields
Ah! Don't worry, I'll shoot every fire in the world.
Keep moving and grabbing crystals
Why does it keep exploding on me?
because you hit the limit. So you're going to get like several seconds of explosions. There you go. Switch! Switch! There's a button! The button that makes all of the pain stop.
We need the cinematic.
So what year?
So let me put it this way.
restored. Move on.
The issue of Game Fan Magazine that reviewed this game. I love Game Fan Magazine, by the way.
Yeah.
Whenever I could actually find it. The issue that reviewed this game,
That's Trunks.
it was, I believe, the final Saturn game they reviewed. It was the final US Saturn game released. And the cover story on that issue where they reviewed this was the Japanese launch of the Dreamcast. That's how late this game was.
Oh. Okay, so it was like past Ocarina of Time?
Same year. It came out right before. Because Ocarina of Time and Metal Gear Solid hit that winter. well, that fall, and this was before them. So left there.
Didn't also Final Fantasy VII come out that year?
No, Final Fantasy VII was much earlier in the lifespan. Final Fantasy VIII actually came out the same day as the Dreamcast, 9999.
I remember that. I got Final Fantasy on launch day when I was 9.
Huh. You were 9 on 9999, and you bought Final
Actually,
Fantasy
Actually, no, I was 8.
8.
Damn it, you just ruined the cool thing. I mean, crap bit.
It's moving into the plant site.
I'm gonna swear.
Dodge, 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 dodge! Yeah!
Oh, on your note of younger people, I work with a bunch of younger people than myself.
And see, you're the guy who was younger than me, so for the longest time that was you. So I'm
Yes.
excited to hear you complain about young people.
That's been me. For
They
a
make
while
fun
now.
of me for being old,
They do that, yes.
and
Doors
they
locked.
they don't get references,
That is also a thing they do.
and they're younger.
Which you can complain about, but you're also deeply jealous
Shit.
of because your body is rotting away.
Yes.
It might be a human down, I say.
And they just haven't made any mistakes in life, so they don't know what they're doing. They make fun of me for working the same job as they are, but they don't know what's in store.
I was about to say, you sound
All-
kind of complaining.
All
My
the
complaint is-
lies of society.
I think there's a door behind those.
Can I blow up those?
Yeah, run, get some distance, and then hit them with a big laser.
or just
You
do that.
no, you seem to be fine. Yeah, there's a door behind them. Yeah, see, my complaint about young people is that all the young people around me are better than me at everything, and it's probably not because they're young. It's probably because they're better than me at a lot of things. I'm not great at math. I gave up on film school and decided science was where the money was at, and it might still be where the money is at, but it's not where my head is at. I'm recording myself playing video games.
That's wah! I can
Just
dodge
bulldoze right
those
through.
if I just walk through them.
Here's the second leprechaun.
I had a very interesting theory about generations.
Oh no, it's just a ginger.
I just called my own theory
I'm here
interesting,
to save you.
but
Don't move, okay?
it's just a theory.
You forget about it, you remember
Mary
it,
Foster.
like it's new to you, and you're like, that's interesting.
Coordinates
Yeah,
set.
well, I thought about it last night.
Transporting to the medical center. Medishield-
But it's about young people.
Will you stop saying young people? It's like nothing makes me feel fucking older than complaining about young people.
I mean,
Look at all that fire to put out.
we're still young in the grand scheme of things.
I don't feel young. We need to take an episode break.
Do I stop here?
Take a pause. Take a pause
Because
for a
I'm
moment.
definitely not in a spot where I know where I'm going.
And I will just, most importantly, how do we feel about Saugatuck Neapolitan Milk Stout? We
How
don't
do
want that
I-
limit gauge.
How do I feel? Who
Um,
should go first?
Oh, I asked you non-rhetorically. No, I asked Derek.
Well, the thing is, this one's a little dangerous. 6%, not necessarily high on the alcohol value, but with how easy drinking this is,
This is very easy to drink.
I forced myself to not down this all at once because it smells like Neapolitan ice cream, which is really delicious.
And we have other beer-related episodes to record today.
For a stout and being 6%, it's very smooth.
Yes,
Um,
very smooth.
Yeah, this is and I love stout, so this is so drinkable.
It's sticky. It's very sticky.
It's got that little sticky icky.
Gives your mouth a little smack.
Mm.
The design. Let me talk about the design really quick.
Tell you what, pass me that control. I'm gonna catch us up
Here
a
you go.
smidge while you talk about the. I'll throw that
Uh,
reminder to Barry, who is me. I'm not Barry. I was editing. Put a picture of the design up.
so
Go up.
it's definitely a design, that's for sure. I don't recognize the fonts being used, except the top one that says Saugatuck Brewing Co. might be the Forge cider font. Other than that, it's a pretty safe design. It looks like they had a little bit of fun.
I don't know
With
much
the,
by this brewery, so actually I couldn't tell you if this is in their
I
regular
don't
wheelhouse.
think I have been there.
I will try more of this though. This is a good start for me. This is another Michigan brewery.
It's perfectly acceptable.
It's easy looking.
Yeah, it's easy on the eye. It makes you want to drink it because it looks like a ice cream shop.
It's a very ice creamy. Like
Yeah.
I forget that Neapolitan is obviously an ice cream. It's an ice
And
creamy
I think
beer.
the box looks better than the bottles, but
If you lick your lips, you can taste Neapolitan ice cream.
Oh,
that is true. I'm licking them.
This is
Look at
gonna
'em.
this is gonna
By
be
the
a
way,
sugary
for people
beer.
who don't know,
What's happening, Joe?
Jesse here is a graphic designer by trade.
Indeed.
That's
So-
context.
So there's some context for you in case you were wondering why he was talking about the design. In terms of flavors, we already talked about it's really smooth. It smells like ice cream, which is amazing because most beers smell like, beers. And you don't really taste the alcohol content. And
It's not very beery tasting. That's a weird thing to say. I mean, it's clearly a stout, but for people who don't like beer could like this beer. And I'm always on the lookout for things like that.
Or especially
It's-
don't like stout. Could like the stout.
and
Also
it's malty, but it's not super malty,
Ooh, my
which is
crystals.
nice.
Oh,
Just a slight hint of malt.
strong agree. Well, let's wrap this up with a round table, starting with oh god, my crystals. Derek, how many Xeno beers would you give this Xeno beer?
What's the scale? Yeah.
This is something we didn't discuss.
I mean, you can make up a scale. I'm gonna say out of 5 because don't make me hand
Let's do it out of 4.
That's very
Out of
sexual.
7?
7 is a dumb number. Let's do that. 6 is meaningless. How many out of 6?
That's a lot of.
I'm gonna give it a 5 Xeno beers out of a potential 6 Xeno beers.
I'm going to be really difficult for you, and I'm going to say a 4.5 Xenobeers out of 6 Xenobeers.
Oh, now I need to use the crop tool.
I also agree. I also agree with your 4.5 because I don't think it's quite a 5, but I don't think it's quite a 4. I feel like 4 is a little too low on the scale.
It definitely does not get a 66%. 67%, sorry, we're rounding.
On rotten
Wait,
beer tatoes.
Wait,
Beer natos?
4 out of 6 would be 67%.
That's what I'm saying,
You gave it
4.5.
Oh, you're saying it's better than that? Okay, that'd be great. Well, let's all compromise then with I can agree with that. I think 5 out of 6 is a little high for me. This is a 4 Xeno beers Xeno beer,
4.5.
4.5 beer Xeno beer.
I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.5. Can I say 4.5?
That's what I was saying before.
And that's what
Okay,
I could
good.
4.5. It's probably still.
We all agree.
It's probably still on the screen from when I did it
4
already.
out of 5.
Unanimous.
4.5 out of 6. All right, let's continue some more Burning Rangers next time.